It's the semifinals and we got one more week to go until the season wraps up with the final 6 couples battling it out. How's it going, guys? It's Eric Sharkey, aka Dance with Stars Superfan, back with another video, and today the final 6 couples danced to a judge's redemption dance round where Len worked with 3 couples because he is the head judge, while Bruno, CHERYL, and Derek only worked with 1 couple. There was also a double elimination as well, which means they've had 3 double eliminations this season. And let me tell you guys, it was gutsy and nerve-wracking at the same time. So I'm going to tell you guys the dances and the final 4 couples who will be competing for that mirror ball during finale night next week. Also, if you guys like this video, or if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and smash that like button and turn on that post notification bell to keep up to date on my next Dancing with the Stars content video. So without further ado, let's get started. First up is CODY and CHERYL dancing the Salsa 2, Danza Kuduro by Don Omar and Lucenzo, working with Bruno. Compared to his week 2 salsa, his hips were a lot better, and it's great that they had the proper rehearsal time. Even though he lost sync, lost a bit of energy, and it was a little bit flat-footed at times, it was still a little bit better. CHERYL called this dance the definition of redemption. So judge Kuzar, CHERYL a 9, Len a 9, Derek an 8, Bruno a 9, giving them a score 35 out of 40. Next up is MELORA and ARTEM dancing the rumba 2, I Don't Want to Wait by Paula Cole, working with Len. Len was so proud of her rumba compared to her week 2 rumba. Her hips improved massively, and the choreography was so much better, but CHERYL had to dock a point because her feet were off the ground. Also, it is MELORA and her husband's anniversary, so congratulations to the both of you guys. So just Kuzar, CHERYL an 8, a 10 from Len, Derek a 9, Bruno a 9, giving them a score 36 out of 40. Next up is SUNI and SASHA dancing the Foxtrot 2, Haven't Met You Yet by Michael Bublé, working with CHERYL. This dance went off to a fantastic start, and this song was a perfect fit for a foxtrot compared to her week 3 foxtrot. CHERYL was so proud of her because it was full of joy, excitement, and everything in between. But Len didn't like some parts in her footwork, by the way. So just Kuzar, CHERYL a 10, Len a 9, Derek a 9, Bruno a 9, giving them a score 37 out of 40. Next up is JOJO and JENNA dancing the Argentine tango to Santa Maria by Gotan Project, working with Len. Len said it was bloody brilliant, Bruno said it was outstanding, it was clean, sharp, powerful, and it was so much better than her week 3 Argentine tango. So just Kuzar, there were all 10s from the judges, which is a perfect score. Next up is IMAN and DANIELLA dancing the tango to Telephone by Martinez, working with Derek. I gotta say, Derek did a fantastic job giving IMAN advice. There were at least 3 things he improved on: his frame, his posture, and his footwork. But Bruno noticed him squatting a little bit, and Len thought it was an improvement. So the judges' scores are CHERYL a 9, Len a 9, Derek a 10, Bruno a 9, giving them a score 37 out of 40. Last up in the first round are Amanda and Alan dancing the tango to Titanium by David Guetta featuring Sia, working with Len. Len was so proud of her because it had the body content that he needed in that dance, it was aggressive, and it had a lot of passion in it. Compared to her tango that she did during the premiere, it was a lot better. But CHERYL had to dock a point because her feet were off the ground. So judge Kuzar, CHERYL a 9, a 10 from Len, Derek a 10, Bruno a 10, giving them a score 39 out of 40. Now that we got to the redemption dance round, let's get to the next round with the regular dances that inspires them. First up in the second round are MELORA and ARTEM dancing the contemporary to Thunder by Imagine Dragons. Len said MELORA is a joy to watch, Derek appreciates the love of dance from her, and CHERYL called her a lyrical dancer. I also thought that the dance was beautiful as well. So just Kuzar, there were all 9s from the judges, giving them a score 36 out of 40, which gives them an overall total of 72 out of 80. Next up is CODY and CHERYL dancing the Argentine tango to La Compasita by Forever Tango. This is indeed CHERYL's favorite dance style because she conquers it very well. As they were dancing, it was a reminder to the both of them to not mess up, and they didn't. Also, it was wonderful that he was able to be open and talk about his past on who he really is, and I'm really proud of him for being open about it. So Judge Kuzar, there were all 9s from the judges, giving them a score 36 out of 40, which gives them an overall total of 71 out of 80. Next up is SUNI and SASHA dancing the contemporary to Gravity by Sarah Bareilles. SUNI was talking about how this process built up her self-confidence, and she has learned to love and express herself. The dance was so magical, and it had so much confidence in her. But Len didn't like some of the things he mentioned, by the way. So just Guizar, Carrie a 10, Len a 9, Derek a 10, Bruno a 9, giving them a score 38 out of 40, which gives them an overall total of 75 out of 80. Next up is JoJo and Jenna dancing contemporary to the piano version of Before You Go by Lewis Capaldi. This song was so special to her because recently, a couple months ago, her grandfather passed away, and I am so sorry for your loss, JoJo. It was a magnificent routine, and I'm sure that her grandfather, especially her family, are so proud of her that she did this dance for him. Derek said that it was the best contemporary routine that they have ever seen on the show. So just Guizar, there were all 10s from the judges, which is a perfect score, which gives them an overall total of 80 out of 80. Next up is IMAN and Daniella dancing jazz to Dark Fantasy by Kanye West. I love how they transform from the contemporary moves to hip hop and back to the contemporary moves. The lifts and the moves wowed me the entire time. Although there was a tiny stumble, it didn't matter to me whatsoever because it was still a great dance. So just Guizar, Carrie a 10, Len a 9, Derek a 10, Bruno a 9, giving them a score 38 out of 40, which gives them an overall total of 75 out of 80. Last up is Amanda and Alan dancing contemporary to Live Your Life by Lenny. This dance was dedicated to her late husband Nick Cordero, who died of COVID last year. This routine was also magnificent because it had a story to it, and this is the exact same song that they played during that moment that she shared with us during the rehearsal package. With this dance, I am pretty sure Nick is very proud of her, and I am too myself. So just Guizar, they're all 10s from the judges, which is a perfect score, which gives them an overall total of 79 out of 80. Now let's take a look at the leaderboard for this week. At the top of the leaderboard are JoJo and Jenna with 80 points, Amanda and Alan with 79 points, Iman and Daniella and SUNI and SASHA tied with 75 points, MELORA and ARTEM with 72 points, and CODY and CHERYL at the bottom with 71 points. Since there are only 6 couples and they did so good this week, I kind of felt like I would put aside the superlatives for now, but next week I will do the superlatives for all 50 contestants next week during my finale night recap. Now let's reveal the 3 couples who will be advancing to the finals next week, as well as the other 3 couples in Jeopardy! The 3 couples who will be advancing to the finals next week are JoJo and Jenna, Iman and Daniella, and CODY and CHERYL, while MELORA and ARTEM, SUNI and SASHA, and Amanda and Alan are the bottom 3. MELORA and ARTEM were eliminated right away because they were at the very bottom. Carrie, Derek, and Bruno vote to save Amanda and Alan, which means Amanda and Alan will be in the finals next week, while SUNI and SASHA are the second couple eliminated. At first, I didn't have many expectations on how MELORA will do on Dancing with the Stars, but she proved me 100% wrong. I gotta say, ARTEM did a fantastic job all season with MELORA. This reminded me during his very first season as a pro, where he danced with Leah Thompson and did very well. Even though SUNI had her highs and lows throughout the competition, she came out onto the dance floor and finished strong. The only one issue that most people had a problem with was her showing much emotion during one of her dances, but that is a thing of the past, and I'm really proud of SUNI for finishing strong. Now, we are going to see Amanda, CODY, Iman, and JoJo battling it out for the Mirrorball Trophy next week. This would mark Daniella's second consecutive final, Jenna's second consecutive final, and third overall, Alan's second final of his career, and CHERYL is going to her 8th final of her long Dancing with the Stars career. Her last Dancing with the Stars final was season 17, where she danced with Jack Osbourne. You want to know what's even more exciting? Iman officially becomes the first, and I mean the first, NBA player to ever reach a Dancing with the Stars final. Man, talk about making your own history. Also, CODY bringing CHERYL to her 8th final of her career, that is very exciting for her. She has not been in a final in so long. All thanks to CODY's fans, by the way. Next week, they were going to do the Fusion Dance Challenge, but they are doing a repeat of their favorite dance of the season, as well as my favorite dance type of all time, known as the do or die dance of Dancing with the Stars, the freestyle. There are no rules in the freestyle. You can do anything you want in the freestyle. You have to come up with the most out-of-the-box freestyle to ensure that you win the Mirror Ball this season on Dancing with the Stars. So let me know in the comments down below on what do you think of the results, your thoughts on the 4 couples that will be competing during finale night next week, and who do you think has the odds of winning this season? Because in my eyes, it is definitely anybody's game, and you don't want to miss it. So anyways, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Eric Sharkey, aka Dance with the Stars Superfan. Catch you next time.